Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about gender roles. First thing, gender roles, they're very old-timey. They've, they originated quite a while ago. They've kind of always been a part of our society, but I think that now in America at least, we're finally starting to break away from them. Um, I want to start off by saying that there's nothing wrong with conforming to a gender role. If you were born as a woman or you identify as a woman, you want to, you know, be very feminine and you want to, stay at home and take care of the kids. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But also, on the flip side, there's nothing wrong with not conforming. So if you're a woman but instead you want to go out and you want to work in construction, you can go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with either side. Personally, I'm not a fan of gender roles, really. I think they're pretty sexist, because, they did start off, in a time when sexism was a bit more of a big thing than it is even today. Now I know there's a lot of pressure to conform to gender roles if you're, in the transgender community. It's, people will always talk about how, if it's a female to male trans person, you kind of often hear things like, oh, well, I never really played with Barbies when I was a kid, that I always kind of knew that I wasn't very feminine. Well, again, there's nothing wrong with playing with Barbies or not playing with Barbies, but if you're a man and you want to play with Barbies, you go ahead. It's another one of those things that's out of the gender norm, but that doesn't make it wrong or unacceptable. And there's a lot of, like I said, pressure on, it seems, transgender people, especially, to conform to gender roles, because they feel like if they are representing as a gender that is not the same as their sex, then they have to give even more of that masculinity or femininity or whatever it is. And that's not true. If you identify as a man but you were born female, that doesn't mean that you have to be extremely masculine in order to be considered a male. The only thing that should affect how people view you is what gender you say you are. If you say, I am a male, I use male pronouns, I identify as a male, then you are a male. But that doesn't mean that you need to, be out working out and playing sports and doing whatever is the norm. I do not like conforming to gender roles. I think it's kind of, sexist. And I think that it kind of, it hampers our abilities sometimes, because, if a woman is good at some things, she's really good at science, you have a very sciencey girl, she's kind of pressured not to go into a field of science, though, because it's so geared towards men a lot of the time. Again, that's been changing lately in our society. It's been becoming more of a norm for, a woman to be able to do whatever kind of job. But, I mean, gender roles are still a big part of our society, and I'd really like them not to be, because I think that gives us better equality. If, there's no standard. You don't have to live up to this or that. You just have to do whatever is the best for you and whatever makes you happy and you think is going to get you the furthest in life. There shouldn't be any sort of, oh, well, you're a woman, so you're expected to stay home with your kids when you get older. And then the male is going to be the one who goes out and does jobs and makes all the money. No. If you want to have the complete opposite, then that's cool too. If you want to have that, that's cool. If you want the woman to stay at home and you're cool with that and they're cool with that, whatever, that's fine. But if you want it the other way, it shouldn't be so odd. Like, if you were to see a family where, the man stays at home and the woman is off, making money, you get a lot of, odd looks, because that's just not our gender norm at the moment. I mean, it's slowly changing, but, it is slow. I guess I will see you guys next week then.